Okay. So now y'all live. So if you go to the page, Abel.
Yeah, y'all look good too. It's good. It's all good.
That's just them. I was rough on her.
I like your lipstick.
This big little thing I'm wearing.
All that deep, my bad.
Look, it was right in the middle of my chest. Well, maybe it was.
I think bro gotta go get the same dinner, man.
I tried to
like $125 a plate.
I don't know. He's doing the commit. It was something like that. But
It said the county commission, the road commission. That's the commission meeting you just left. Road commission.
No, the county commission, the housing commission.
Housing commission.
They must got some shark meat or something like that.
I heard ain't no but some chicken. I heard the chicken be real good, but ain't no but some chicken. I heard it be real good.
Or where is that?
$100 for one chicken.
At the Genesis
For one chicken.
Where's that on Genesis? The chicken be good, but everything
that's
else.
a lot of saying chicken was good.
How much for one rib?
I think he was going to be.
That's what I'm gonna be.
Yeah, tonight. Oh, anyway.
Okay, turn your
I can share it.
Yep.
Keep wanting to get close and then I keep wanting to sit back.
Y'all ain't give us no mic check out of mic, son. We did just hear it though.
Mm-hmm. You already did.
Yeah, I hear it now.
Yeah.
1 2 1 2.
Turn it down. Well, we keep this down.
Yep.
I didn't even get to advertise it.
We do that shit look like big giants and everything.
Am I able to share that to my page? Share the yeah.
Y'all got to volume down. Y'all got to volume down.
Yes, sir. I don't know if I got it right or not. I turned it all the way down here, but then it turned all my notifications off.
She showed y'all to get the video up too. Rodney get up the video up.
What you mean? Yeah, it's, everything ready to go. Y'all on, man. Y'all can record now, as a matter of fact. It's started.
You need to, I'm saying you're going to start the video at 6.
He had already started talking to a Fli-City Blackout video.
Yeah.
Y'all video, right? Supposed to come first, don't it?
Yeah.
But I don't know what the one just started. You know,
The war. You ain't starting the video?
you might.
Whether you need to let loose or focus, Spotify Premium lets you download and play the music you love anywhere offline. Enjoy premium.
Yeah, it was about that time.
Yeah, video should be playing before.
No, you usually don't start until 6.
The video? Oh, okay.
I'm just updating on that. That I had
We got 2 minutes there.
This is the second thing I did. And I got a meeting this week with the president of Michigan. I need some conversations outside of this.
Hey, we gonna roll. I got a flow with me. You ready?
Out.
I got a flow with me.
Rock and roll.
We gonna flow. I be so tired of people hitting me with that, man. I hope y'all hear me too. Stop, Mark. Stop hitting me in my messenger about these SSG grants and all this free money stuff. Them scams, man. I'm not gonna answer you all day. You heard about this? You heard about this, right?
Hey,
Nope.
yeah.
No, I
man.
didn't know.
You
No,
know
I
what I'm
didn't.
saying?
Nope, I didn't.
You wasn't under investigation right now. Y'all quiet, it takes time.
None about my
So you want to like some kind of video.
What? I'll charge it up.
No, I charge it before I
Charge all the way up.
So what you want to do is anytime you have a video,
Just got up to
Which one?
everybody about it. Ready to go off. So we leave early today. Everybody was happy. The machine, dog. We got here at 4:30.
Man.
They don't like it. They don't like it.
I know you're expecting me to do all this. It's a lot of steps.
so you know you repetition.
You repetition.
On the line and supervisor. Yeah. I
That's
so
how you run the
I
process.
got intimidated and harassed on my job.
Good.
Mhm.
You know I'm going hard because I can't have it. I got status. I don't know if the love is really not. I can't just explain it all. I don't feel it out. But if you love your body, you can still got it.
We ain't got the arsenal to do that.
Right.
Wow, we got the video. We got the battery pack.
Where's the other?
Come on, son. Let's see. Open the videos. I'm trying to see the open the video. I don't hear it.
I see y'all while this.
Everything but the video.
Somebody got to light him up. All y'all saying volume done.
Yeah, that's me trying to see the
Turn it
video.
down. He doing the volume right there. So y'all gotta be y'all down.
We don't turn it down. I'm
Mine's
telling you, we
up.
don't hear it. If you view
We
it, you
hear
can't hear it.
We here. We got to volume up. Y'all on mics. So y'all gotta keep y'all down.
Oh.
You hear?
Mike number one.
It's crooked, man. We straighten out. But they tearing down. North side, south side, east side, west side, peace signs. We try to get this city side, west side, north side, south side, east side, west side, north side, that's south side, east side, west side. Got some dogs in it, dogs in it, dogs in it. Fli-City come off authentic, authentic, authentic. We light it up like sauce in the sauce in the sauce. We light it up like sauce in the sauce in the sauce. Fli-City got some dogs in it, dogs in it, dogs. Fli-City come off authentic, authentic, authentic. We light it up like sauce in the sauce in the sauce. We light it up like sauce in the sauce in the sauce.
My city experiencing the transition from penny pinch, maximizing our dollars, multiply triple digits. I came a long way from baby jars in a project kitchen. Nowadays, I read grab charts and just mind my business. All praise to the Most High, how this young king living. Resurrecting the spirit of Osiris, how I'm living. Hustle and motivate your local hope dealer. I'm on tour right now, and I'm dope with it. They lied to me, stole assets, still in crisis mode. Water warriors like 1,001, we will not fold. I'm sick of fugazi leaders and career politicians. The father said people perish due to lack of vision. It's time to rise, black lives, baby, it's on the floor. Better back, no 9 to 5, only 10 to 4. Oh, a city of monsters, a bunch of go-getters. We don't rock with starters, we too authentic. Authentic starters, we too authentic. We don't rock with starters, we too authentic. Authentic starters, we too authentic. We don't rock with starters, we too authentic. Authentic starters, we too authentic. We don't rock with starters, we too authentic. Authentic starters, we too authentic. We don't rock with starters, we too authentic.
We up. Fli-City, we good. Fli-City, what's up, man? What's going on? As you can see, I traded in Dewan for these two beautiful faces. So, it's gonna be a good day. How y'all doing today? Y'all know who I am, man. Darius, Ape Soul, Ape Soul. Hope everybody took the time. Thank God for allowing them to see another day on this side. As the homie, as brother Rodney would say, it's better to be seen than viewed. You hear me? It's better to be seen than viewed. So that's definitely a blessing. So I'm gonna give y'all a chance to let y'all introduce yourselves. We start with the queen to my right over here.
All right. Hey, how everybody doing this evening? My name is Abel Patton. I have a business, Care for Your Hair. I just want to talk about that a little bit, and just here to enjoy everybody and put my product out there.
Black businesses on the flow, highlighting black businesses. What's better than that, man? And to my left,
Dion Freeman, community activist, philanthropist, author, poet, just supporter of Flint, Michigan, Genesee County, and getting done what we need to get done around here. Right. I was on the show and was invited last time, and I appreciate the invitation. Just to give an update on the Huntington Bank branch that's closing at Hallwood Plaza.
Okay, y'all see, we got two queens, a businesswoman and an activist. Man. I'm in good territory. Y'all know me, lowly me, man. So y'all had to lift me up. Y'all had to lift me up. Y'all know Fli-City Blackout. We all about highlighting businesses. We'll always talk about what's going on in the community, what's anything new that's been effective in this community. It's a lot of things on the floor right now. Shout out to John Fleming. I'm still not shopping at Walmart. Stand up. Shout out to John Fleming. They ain't got a dime from me since we had that last conversation. I'm still proud about that. Still looking for the city to stand behind the brother John Fleming, man. We not supporting Walmart till the brother get right. And even after that, we still might not support him. Even though they got good prices. You still got to support it. Got to pay a little markup going to Kroger and Sanders and all that. But I gotta support the brother, man. So that's some of the news, man. Y'all still see, man, we still having issues with the water in the city. That's gonna always be a topic because we still got a lot of the council people and leaders saying that everything is okay with the water. We still having issues with the ARPA funds. Still having arguments over the ARPA funds, how the money gonna be spent. Again, they are not trying to get the money to the citizens of Flint. Understand that. They want to get that money to everybody else that don't even stay in the community. They the ones that's been getting cut all the checks so far. They don't want to get that money to the community. We're going to send a lot of shout outs, man, to all those that are currently still active in this community, like the Jaleel X's, Janelle Allen Bays, Rich Jones, and we thank y'all. Cynthia Haynes, we give a shout out to her. Shelly Sparks, and Keisha Tura. Shout out to the brother today. The brother today got his head of the school board, Michael Clack. President of the school board, man. Shout out. We know now in good hands. In good hands, but we know Michael Clack at with it. We know the Clack at with it.
I don't think y'all know, man.
We don't know what. What? We don't
Brother
know.
got over 8,000 votes, did
I don't know.
Yeah, you
Am I wrong?
support.
You got mine.
We ain't no support. We ain't
Mine
support.
as well. Well, everybody got their own personal opinions. We all together
You
for
better
one
hope
cause.
that they mold together and it makes sense. That's what I'm saying.
Everybody on the board together.
Just watch it play out.
We listen. We open to play out. Clack. From the few times I've been around you, you know, you done represented well, so I'm hoping to play out, man. We trusting our kids with you right now, so we hoping that play out. You know, y'all got any children in school?
Yeah, my nephews actually look up to him a little. I've heard his name a few times. He done helped bring a few kids home and been a few mentors, so I've heard a lot of positive. So I'm hoping, like he said, everything play out equal.
That's all we need to go.
I have known Michael Clack since his younger days.
Good.
And just the reputation of the Clack family in this community. Now, I know we don't just live off other people's reputation, yet he's been in the education system. I don't have any children, but I do. Used to be a substitute teacher. When the teachers went on strike a while, that was years ago when they had to form their union. I was a part of that during that time. And oh gosh, that might have been in 2000 something.
Yeah.
I mean, way like 2002, maybe. Education, you know, is the key, one part of the keys to our community. And so when they were closing all the schools, shutting everything down, starting to ship our children here, there, and everywhere, being around and going to those school council meetings during those times, it weighed heavily on my heart. So I don't have children, but I claim all the city of Flint's children as my children, because it's going to take all of us to support each other, to raise each other up, so that we can become strong families that we were born to be, meant to be, and not be torn apart by what society says, how we should treat one another, and things like that. So, a child can lead the way. Sometimes us adults are so overfilled with everything we got going on in life, and a child can say one simple thing that can be the most intelligent thing that could change the world. And I bring that back to, like, this is going to be funny, Free Willy, the movie. That all started because a lot of recycling pushes, because a child didn't want the fish in the oceans getting hurt.
Okay.
So Free Willy movie, and just like all these real push to recycling and different things like that. So yeah, I don't have children here. However, I claim them all.
That's what's up.
I know it took a big effect when it came down to, like she said, when the school started closing in 2002. I want to say, like, when my kids started, I want to say 2009. My older two, and then when it go down to my youngest one, you can tell the difference when the school changes. When you go through their previous younger books, you can see where they had Christmas programs and things of that matter. My youngest son in 2009, everybody was fighting over the school system, so they didn't have Christmas parties, they didn't have holidays. All those kids that's that age, they got them holidays cut from them. It's actually different. They some of them kids don't even know to adjust to that scenery because they didn't even experience that as being younger. Some of the kids didn't get a chance to go on field trips because of the argument of the funding. Some of the kids did not get a chance to do. It was a lot of things cut that older kids can say, "Hey, I was able to do this," and now the younger kids, they're trying to make it adapt, and it's a big struggle. It's a big struggle for them to be on like team basketball teams and things of that matter, as far as just coming together, because when they were younger, that was took from them because of the argument of the school system. And it was from Head Start. No one knows what school system, what district, what's what. And now fast forward, I have a 4-year-old, and she's getting all the things that my 9-year-old didn't get. Homeschool, she's able to go on field trips. She's able to, we go into the classrooms and things of that matter. And the kids that's 13, 14, 12, they wonder why they're so into YouTube. They wonder why, because that's literally all they had, because the schools didn't really have, they were so busy arguing, they didn't have different organizations for them.
Wow.
Yeah, John said they trying to fade out the Flint public school system as we know it. Charter schools taking over. And then charter schools are taking over. Shout out to John. Let me give a shout out to little Rose. Shout out to Jamar Brazil. Cuz I figure I don't mean to hit your name off like that. Southside Dougie. That's our cousin. Shout out to Mario Johnson. Talking some big pack. I don't go by it no more, man. I'm playing. Dion Freeman. I thought I'm trying to drop my moniker. I'm trying to drop my moniker. Yeah, Miss Freeman said to my left, Bermika Mitchell, greetings to you. Shardy Shar, always on, greetings to you, Ross. PG. If you want tax, I'm always gonna shout out to black entrepreneurs, and we finna get into that. I'm always shout out to all black entrepreneurs. Shout out to PG. If y'all on this, y'all see the name, you love PG. Shout out to PG. That's my little bro. Another success story. You know, a guy that I did time with, young guy I did time with. Another one that was wild in there. But bro turned it all around, man. Got his own tattoo shop, do great work. I let him do a couple of my daughters do real great work. So shout out to him, man. I remember when he didn't do good work, when he was just learning to figure it out. So to see where he at now, like somebody that taught himself, to see where he at now, it just let you know, like, man, we geniuses, man. And Lil Bro definitely a genius, man, because he done created something for himself, man, to take care of his family, man, his kids, man. Y'all see his little boy look just like him. Shout out to Philip Castillo, always showing love. Marquita Marjay, Marquita. I don't know if y'all ever heard her sing. Marja, I don't know if y'all ever heard her sing. She was at the Spotlight in September too, and she blow. I don't know how she is.
Voice.
I don't know. I don't be asking women not to get in trouble. Yep, she might be. Shout out to Dar. With the high school with Dar. Shout out to Dar. Shout out to Brandon. That's my oldest brother. Shout out to Brandon. Used to beat us up to make us do chores because he had to raise. His mom was at work. He raised us. We got beat up here to do chores. Yeah. But we go. I want to John. You know, John, we don't never have no topic. We don't do topics. We flow, man. Y'all know what this is, man. It's the fireside chats, man. We flow, man. We just talk about the city and stuff, man. We flow, man. Shout out to Jaleel, very active in the city. But we finna talk to an entrepreneur, one of the queens in the city, black entrepreneur. Y'all better start supporting these black businesses. Start spending your money otherwise. Now, tell us about what you got going on, right?
All right. First off, I go to mine. I'm holding a 4.0 in cosmetology. Hey. I have 6 more weeks and I'll be graduating. You can come up to mine if you just want to feel comfortable, but I do have my own salon at my house. I have my own business cards. I'm not sure of that. Business cards.
You see that?
I have my own business cards.
The business card.
I'm also mobile to the disabled. And also elderly. It says care for your hair. It has my name. Able C Patton. My number is 810-394-3573. I'm also mobile to the disabled and elderly only. My logo is on my car, so you don't have to worry about no scams. I wear my logo on my shirt and everything. I also have a Scantron. I'm gonna put up to the camera if you want to scan. Anyone want to scan and look on my page, you can look on my page and check me out. I also am selling conditioners. I will be having them at the pop-up event on January the 28th for our Black Spotlight. I'm selling 2 different kinds, one for damaged hair and also one for dry scalp. This is also for people who are suffering from high blood pressure or alopecia. A lot of people don't really know the danger in those 2 diseases or that you deal with, but I have information on it. It's certain ways you're supposed to wash your hair when you have high blood pressure. It's certain ways. It's certain things you're not supposed to use heat. It's certain products, and I have information on those in case anyone wants it. I'll have it January the 28th there. I also for women, men. Yep, women or men. That's for that.
You got everybody covered.
Psoriasis. That's for doctors, but I did do information just in case if people wanted to just look over it or just didn't have that much knowledge about it. I'm not able to perform services because you have to be a licensed doctor, but I can give you information for you to learn. I do beard treatments. I also do facials. I do spa pedicures. If you want to wear your long hair, you know, and then you want to take it off and have your hair down to your shoulders, my job is to make that happen. You want to be long hair, short hair. I cut, also cut. If you knew who DJ Don Jarrell Hughes was, the barber, that was my child's father. So if you knew of him, that just passed away, that was Don Jarrell Hughes. Rest in peace. Shout out to him. I learned from the best. So I probably ain't as good as him, but I can get you together, especially my females that want to wear that short hair. I specialize in natural hair. I can bring your weave back to life. If you have a nappy hair and you done paid $400 for that wig and you want it to be back looking like this, bring it to me. I will make your hair look beautiful up under and healthy. And when you want to put some on top, I'll do them both. That's it.
What can you do about my hair?
That's
what you gonna do about my hair?
People who have bald head, I do steam treatment. I do beard treatments.
Now, what the steam treatment? What would the steam treatment do for bald?
Okay.
I ain't never had a steam treatment.
Steam treatments. Let's say you about to go on a date and you're the type of person that sweats heavy. And today you just don't want to be nervous. You don't want to sweat that heavy. Come to me. I'll give you that steam treatment and you don't have to worry about sweating for a couple of hours because I already got that steam, all of that out of it. Be ready for that date or that good performance or whatever. Come to me.
It opens up the pores. Right. So it's allowing the pores to open up so the toxins can be free.
Right.
And so I do massage therapy. I'm a licensed massage therapist and a licensed yoga instructor as well. So even with me working on other people's bodies, and we have to be like cautious in the wintertime. Mm-hmm. When we take our showers and baths, the steam opens it up. Yeah. And we stay just in the hot water and come out, our pores are still open. So you're supposed to really kind of close it out with cold water before you come out the shower, before you finish. Like my mother used to.
That's what I was telling you. I have to do that now.
Yes. But my mom used to wash my hair as a kid. It used to be so fun because that low cold water always made me laugh. So that was the fun part at the end of the chore of getting your hair washed when you feel like going through that. So I didn't know that there was a real reason for that to be done. That was something that when I'm 52 and I'll say that. Back then, I didn't know that, but she didn't learn it. It's just something that we pass down from generation to generation that we just don't do or don't share. Or a lot of times now parents don't have times to be washing their kids' hair and doing all of that. It was just like a fun, loving time for me and my mom to be together, do something. And like I said, with the cold water and our pores being open, we need to make sure that we're closing our pores back up before we go out into this cold air and cold weather. So.
You have like I know men in their beards, they get those bumps, hair bumps and things of that matter. Those steam treatments actually help because sometimes your hair can kind of grow out the same, both at the same time, and your pores need to be open. So you want to get your beard shampoo, conditioner, you want to get it steamed, you want to put your oil on there, and the ladies love it. Like we want to get next to you, we don't want to smell sweat. We like to, we love it.
I definitely need to treat my beard. My beard be looking rough. I ain't had no beard for long, so I don't know how to take care of it. I'm the old dude that had a baby face forever. I don't know how to take care of no beard. Tell us about this conditioner, because I'm thinking about that.
Okay, so this conditioner right here is for damaged hair and also people who have high blood pressure. Your hair can be thinning. Maybe you have an issue with your hair thinning a lot. You want it to get thicker. This is what you want to use. Some people, like I said, they have high blood pressure. Some chemicals, some shampoos and conditioners you cannot use. It's very harsh for you. This conditioner that I have will help. It's a way that you massage. You can do a scalp treatment. You can put heat on your hair. It makes it thicker. Even if you haven't had a lot of people doesn't take their medicine and then they get back on their high blood pressure medicine. And then eventually they wonder why their hair is thinning and falling out because of the medicine, because that does affect. This conditioner will help you so to keep your hair healthy. This one is for dry scalp. This conditioner is for people who suffer. I mean, when you get the braids and it's always dandruff, like I said, and move on into alopecia.
Oh, she better sell a lot of this. I know a lot of y'all brothers out there. I be seeing y'all patting y'all head like y'all better get on it.
You dig, and that's not what you want to do. you actually, a lot of people didn't know, but when you're suffering for those type of situations, you don't really want to use heat as well. Heat is actually drying out your scalp more. You don't, when you know how people
Can you
massage.
share something too about how we're supposed to wash our hair? We're really not supposed to use.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. I was sitting down. Yeah,
yes.
a lot of people does this.
You got
and you
scratch.
don't do that.
Well,
See,
you can not scratch with your nails.
You use the ball of your
hand,
fingers.
yes.
I don't wear nails because I like to use my fingers. I want to massage. I want to massage your temple. I want to massage all of, just massage. A lot of people, switching back to high blood pressure, when you start from the neck and go up and walk, like it makes the blood flow. When you go hard, it makes the blood lock. That can cause brain tumors and things of that matter. A lot of people have strokes. They wonder why they are, because when they doing like this, they are actually stopping the blood from flowing. Wow. You want to go up from the neck and up. When you come to my pop-up shop, you have to come to get all the information. I will have it for you guys. And like I said, with alopecia, you don't want to scratch and dig. A lot of people be like, "Oh, my head is itching." You can do nothing but inflammatory in your hair. You want to rub. You want to constantly wash. A lot of people didn't know you're supposed to wash your hair at least once or every other week. You have to when you're suffering from those type of issues. Them braids, people covering it up. No, let your hair air out. Let it get some air. That's what we get in the conditioner for, so we can be able to get it strong and healthy. So when you walk outside and the wind hit, it won't just go. It'll be laying down. Then also that's when you come to me so I can give you silk presses and natural hairstyles. We want to bring back natural. We're beautiful. Why do we have to pay $400 or $500 for this when it can be our own hair? Why?
Show you right.
I got that natural hair. Y'all can tell. I mean, but every now and then natural hair for me, it's fuzzy for me. So it's hard for me to keep it straight if I want it straight. So I'm looking to do some other styles, and I'm going to visit you, and I'm going to support your business. I've been looking for someone that I could trust, that's educated, that can do my hair. And so I'm willing to give you a chance.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate it.
Yes, came with all the information. There's a lot of people out there doing hair. They got no information on what they doing. So a lot of people probably been doing y'all hair wrong. Y'all been tighten up. Get your hair done
I have a shampoo
wrong.
bowl. I have my own shampoo bowl. I have my own shampoo chair. Like I said, when I'm mobile, you don't have to worry about having to stand on up that can't. I have my own. I'm bringing everything to you. Grandmas that haven't been able to wash their hair in Urban Essence and Lord knows how long, they gonna be able to do it. And for like they were in the salon, why not? I mean, everybody deserves to be beautiful.
I think that is an admirable thing that you're doing as far as the disabled and the senior citizens and those populations who want the service, who can't come out to get the service.
That's the first time I heard anybody say that.
Oh yeah, especially with Corona times. You know, even me, I don't like to go to do a whole bunch of public things. Yeah, I'll put my mask on. I'm more resourceful. Someone that's a senior would love someone who's trustworthy and clean and sanitary, all that, to come into their homes and give them a service that they can't otherwise get. So
yeah,
I look forward to supporting you, giving you references.
Thank you.
There's also a community, the deaf community.
That's right.
And I know Linda Bell Kowal, I might say it wrong, Kowalczyk was Linda Bell ASL, ring a bell for ASL. That population is a population who, how are they going to communicate with somebody to get their hair done if they don't have somebody there to interpret for them? But I know she's one who has stepped up in this community for the deaf, and she would be willing to work with you, and that could possibly open up other doors of revenue for you.
Okay, well, thank you for the information.
Connections. Queens making connections with each other. You see what I'm saying? That's dope.
Don't forget to shout out your social media, Instagram.
Oh yeah, Abel Patton, Care for Your Hair. Like I said, you can scan. You can add me on Facebook. If you scan that now, my page will pop up. So scan it now. And like I said, my page will pop up. I do know I went to an elderly client before, and she thought I was there as a nurse. So she was being very mean. And when the lady told her no, she was going to get her hair done, that lady dropped everything. She didn't care what was going on. She was these elderly people, they have so many people walk in and out their house and bother them, and they don't, everything that they do, they don't like it. Why not give them something they like?
Yeah.
Make them at least, you know.
She said good connections. Thank you, ladies, for sharing.
Yeah, y'all got that's Nicole. Shout out to Nicole.
Thank you.
Shout out to Nicole. I see you came in, Janelle. I see you watching, man. Shout out to Janelle. And yeah, support, man. Support Black businesses. Y'all got a lot of information about y'all here. A lot of information. So I don't want to see no more of these bad sticky braids.
Let these bonnets go.
Well, leave the bonnet alone. Leave the bonnet alone.
Ladies, you get more respect when you take them bonnets off and actually walk in the place of business. We don't get a lot of respect because of how we look and the approach we need because of how we look. A lot of people, you know, when you go up and we go up into these schools and different things, we need to look a little more. We got that going on because how you look is how people respect you too. So let's take these bonnets off and let's get this together, ladies.
I've heard it say that before a person actually meets you, your presence and what they see is what they interpret. So you're absolutely right.
Already.
Already.
That go even for our brothers that I still don't understand that buy these pants is way too small just so you can sew your boxers. Like, I'm still confused on that.
Their boxers are fancy. They nice and got designs on them. I'm playing the devil's advocate.
I see, but
the enemies
it's confused. It's confused. I'm still confused on where men start doing that at. And who said that was okay? I want to meet that guy. Who said that was okay?
And it's not because y'all causing us parents a lot.
Anybody ever watch American Idol? Pants on the ground, pants on the ground. Yeah, so you know
that's what's going on, and that's something crazy. But we're gonna transition now to Queen Dion Freeman, and we're gonna talk about some of our activist things that's going on. One big thing that a lot of y'all may not be privy to yet. But she's been very active on. And are those signatures?
Yes.
Whole phone?
Not the whole phone.
Oh, I'm gonna say
no.
Maybe y'all is.
I've been doing a little bit. Okay. Yeah. On December 9th, Friday, I held a rally at Huntington Bank at Hallwood Plaza because they are closing that branch, and it's the largest branch of Huntington or any bank door services. The bank branch has been going down for a while as far as like access to going inside and even support for the employees and things like that. Well, they've already have made the determination that they were going to close it January the 13th. Me and my family have been a long time client of Huntington. And so the displacement that I received made me want to do something about it because I can go half a mile to where I need to do my business as opposed to going 5 miles or anywhere else. And then outside of what I have experienced is a lot of people who could walk to that branch now have to catch the bus to go downtown because there isn't a bus route that can take you to Pearson Road, Corona Road, Linden and Corona, or other areas. So on the north side especially, you have to catch the bus to go downtown to do your banking with Huntington. So, and a lot of senior citizens use that branch. And so when a senior is used to having a certain person in their life and a certain person they can dialogue with, and they have that rapport and relationship, when that's broken, that causes a rift in their life. So now they have to get used to other people and go other places and do other things that they otherwise wouldn't have had to do. So we held the rally. And then after that, I went out in the community on December 17th and I created a petition, and I'll just read what it says. On this day of December 17th, 2022, we the people as residents and citizens of the city of Flint and Genesee County and the state of Michigan are not in support of the Hallwood Plaza Huntington Bank branch closing. We request that the Huntington Bank stay invested in the community on the north side of Flint. Closing this branch negatively impacts and displaces our senior citizens, those without transportation, and loyal business clients. We would like to work together with this banking institution to ensure that we receive support and them investing in our community on the north and northwest side of Flint. So I put that together, and just on one day of talking to people and letting others know in our area what's going on, I got 36 signatures in one night. And so, and they, I won't, give out their information or anything like that. And the next step in the process that I've been working on is a flyer that you may or may not see. And it basically says, Hardwood Plaza Huntington branch is closing January 13, 2023. Please show your concern and solidarity by stopping into any Huntington Bank location starting on Monday, January 29, 2023. Request that a complaint be entered about your dissatisfaction of the North Flint branch at 4813 Clara Road location closing. The complaints will be sent to the corporation. You may also call 1-800-480-2265. Press star and opt for number 4 customer service. You don't have to have an account there. You can just lodge a complaint. The complaints will be given to the corporation. And I'm just asking that people who really care, whether you live in the city, out of the city, in the state, out of the state, you can do something to show that you support Flint. And so, funny story, as I was preparing the flyer, I had met someone who actually had the president's card of Huntington Bank, Mid-Michigan.
Wow.
And at first I was like, I don't want that card. And so later on I said, yeah, let me have that number. So I was going to put the number on the flyer. I called to test out the system at 8:30 in the morning on Sunday. And the gentleman's name is Greg Varner. He answered the phone.
Oh, wow.
So I was just expecting to get a machine, but he actually literally answered the phone. We had a good 10 to 15 minute conversation. I'm scheduled to meet with him and his community development team next week. And he's from Flint. He lives in Genesee County. And I really believe that some good things are going to come out of this meeting, because it's about all of us, even if you don't rank there. I believe in Huntington Bank. People don't believe in banks. I believe in the one that I have been with since Citizens on down the line. So me talking to him and realizing that he's not a corporation. Sometimes a corporation makes decisions for the people that they have no control over. So in speaking with him, he to me came off very genuine. And I really, really look forward to what's going to come out of this. Some real, I'm looking into like some debt cancellation, things of that nature that will help free people to be able to start again if they had a start in life and didn't know how to handle their finances. I'm looking to do education on finances, teaching people about budgeting, mortgages, all these other things that are out there, credit card systems, all of that. So when the resources are available to be used, you have the education and the tools to use it appropriately and not get into debt like I was probably 20 years ago when I was working at Delphi. I had a good job. I just had credit cards and money flowing and coming in. But when that job was gone and all them collectors was calling me, harassing me day and night, that was very stressful. Yeah. And me being a single person, no kids, just think if you got kids and a whole household and everything else you're trying to manage on top of that. So the way that we cause change is showing that there is a different way to live, and then having the resources and the education behind it to teach us how to do it. Those are the things that we aren't being taught in schools. Children don't have economics classes and stuff like that.
Not in the Black community.
Let's say not in Flint, Michigan.
Not in these Black communities. Because when you go out in these outside communities, like my daughters went to some of these outside community schools. I stay outside of Flint, but they go to some of these schools, and when I hear about, like they got school financial literacies and understanding all that type of stuff, and wood shops. I didn't know they were still doing that till my daughter came home with a wooden thing that she made. Like, you made that? And they do wood? Yeah.
I got the
Just like
experience woodshop,
Me too. Home
Yeah.
economics.
But see, they
Me
have
too.
meetings
graphic
now
arts, and
Yeah.
northern.
to bring these back, and the parents don't come.
What do you mean?
They don't involve, you know.
What?
And when it get pushed out, they don't be. First off, we don't even be aware of the meetings, and then they hurry up and vote on it, and then they just push it to the side. And then if they try to put it into the school, and then the kids don't really know the knowledgeable about it, they don't pay attention to it. They skip. They make reasons why the teacher want to quit. And you look up at 4 or 5 teachers that have been came into that class, you know. So like she said, if us adults get the education, back to what she said, we can get the education and know the route to go, like the old school big mamas, like you said, you know, then we can show our kids. And then when it's brought up and it rings a bell, it'll be the communication, because that is a lot of lack of communication when it comes down to our knowledge.
Yes.
We knowledgeable of what's on TV
Right.
and name brand and
Right.
everything, but when it comes to, you know, they don't even want to pay attention to it, and parents is not really knowledgeable of it anymore. But like she said, when you get to saying you was in debt and things of that matter,
Yeah,
or it caught your attention,
that was
Yeah,
a stressful time.
it's
It took me years to
you
get
know.
right. Finally, till I was stable and not just living paycheck to paycheck, or just I live by a budget. I know my monthly budget.
Right.
And so I know what months I can do a little extra and what months I can save a little extra and things like that. I mean, I didn't live like everybody else. We like our things. I still like things too. And there's nothing wrong with having things. Yet don't let the things have you. And so that's where I was. The things were having me instead of me having the things. And I didn't share with you, I do poetry, I do music, and I write and all that kind of thing too. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
you do poetry and music. What music? When you say music, what you do?
I don't produce music.
What you
do?
Sing.
I can sing a little bit. I'm definitely a writer. I flow. You can call me a rapper. A lyricist. A lyricist. Like some of the people I respect, like Common. You know, all the others that
all the old people, all the real artists. What about Young Thug? You like that?
I'm put it to you like this. I used to be really, really into music.
Yeah.
I used to keep up with all the groups coming out and all this. When everything went digital, I still like my CDs. I'm sorry. Everybody, you know, I still get myself up to high tech and trying to get a little more with the day and age. I start listening to my XM. So you might tell me some artist's name. I won't know who it is, but I done heard the song before.
I don't be knowing the artist's name either. I just know Young Thug name. I didn't mean it. Want to shout out Young Thug for all the Young Thug fans. Not attack me. Y'all attacked me last week because I said some stuff. So don't attack me. I don't really know the Young Thug. I don't really listen to music. I don't really listen to rap anyway. So just don't attack me. Before we get into all this other topic, y'all support the Huntington Bank. That's up the one by Howard Plaza, the only one on the north side. As one of the brothers said in the comments, I think John Snow says, a bunch of ATMs that just don't have a bank. A bunch of ATMs on the north side.
And that's the point. That's going to be left with just ATM and an empty building. Another hollow shell in that whole little area. So what I'm looking for and asking for is even like, let it be a financial incubator. Let it be something where we create that we can duplicate in other cities. And so it's an opportunity for the community to connect with the biggest institution in this area that really, as far as I don't know for sure, it started in the area, Citizens Bank. It's known right here in Flint, Michigan. And it grew and it grew and it spread. And now it's not just in Michigan, it's in other states. So my vision, because that's the bank I've been banking with, I like all my computer services, I like all of that. So much so, I was like, okay, I can't wait till Huntington becomes an international bank like Chase and other places. So for me, where I live, to see this happening where I live, it's like, no, this is my bank. I don't own it, yet I want to do, and I believe the people in charge really want to do something to help the people. So in order to help the people, we got to teach. We got to provide the teaching and opportunities and finding out what the real needs are in the city. Like I said, I know there's a lot of people in home mortgage debt. There's a lot of people in other kinds of debt, things like that. We can just easily, people just pop, oh, I'll just go get a loan to pay off this. I'll just get another credit card to pay off this. And it's just a cycle of shifting money and you're not getting out of it.
Right. Never ended.
Can I
Never ended. Going in circles.
speak on something when it comes down to that? Okay. I come from Beecher and Flint. Okay.
What time?
Both cities.
It's
okay?
still Flint.
And when my passed out, I was staying on Flint Park. And when I come from Beecher, I noticed a lot of the elderly people, when it come down to their kids, they taught them the value. They taught them, if I pass away, this is how you work the money. This is how you work the business. And out there, what I'm seeing is a lot of people that's my age is buying up because they was kind of taught from everybody, they stick together out there type. So they're buying the buildings out there. Johnny, you got the boxing ring. You got someone just is making a salon out there. And yeah, it's a lot of people that's doing a lot of stuff out in Beecher. Yes, I live out there. I've been out there since 2012. I went to North. I went to a lot of schools. So 13 of them. Matter of fact, so I can tell you the game. When you go to Flint, my grandfather, that was his house. He had it in 1964. He taught us how to, cut the grass, keep it up, everything. But when he passed, he went to my mom. When my mom passed, she committed suicide. So that was a natural death. We became homeless, okay? A lot of people that I knew that I grew up with on Flint Park stayed with their grandmothers. And they didn't stay with their parents because their parents was on drugs. And there are a lot of stuff. So a lot of people that was supposed to learn the game, their grandparents kind of passed. And when they passed, they got them houses. And what you do with a house if you ain't making no money, you turn them into trap houses. So if you ride past Flint Park, you notice it's a lot of houses down. You notice it's a lot of trap houses because they wasn't taught. They was more, it was more poverty.
You might get the property, and instead of paying it off, you get the second mortgage so you can pull the equity out of it and get you some money.
Yeah.
Learned that too.
Yeah. But it just went down. It went extremely down, and we were one of them. We was one of them who didn't have no money, so we sold everything in the house, from the bathtub to the sink to everything, just to survive. And we wasn't the only people on that block doing it because no one would help us. We didn't have kids. So some of us had no choice, but we might as well go make a baby. That's the only way we gonna survive. Or we might as well go breaking houses. We might as well steal aluminum. Or we started tearing up Flint. Literally, that's what happened. People started tearing, taking the aluminum down, breaking in, stealing the pipes, stealing it was because it was a survival of the fittest. Now, if you were on the other side of town, you seen them saying, hey, this was your granddaddy's building and your granddaddy's, and we still got this set up. And if we talk to him, because this person went to this school for four years, and that family, and they was coaching it, they're helping them. It's a huge difference, and I see it.
When you know better, though, you do better. That's the thing. It's the education part.
But that's what a lot of women would share with me as far as the placement.
Yeah.
I'm talking to a lot of people in the community who used to work for Huntington or had branches. We used to get on the buses with our kids to go to the grocery store. We used to get on the buses to try to get, whatever resources we can get around here. So what you're saying about how it's the survival of the fittest or the survival to survive.
Yeah.
It has gotten to that point, but why?
Yeah.
Because there were no jobs, or is it because people don't want to work? Just like
lack
now.
of education.
Just
like you said.
Right now. Everybody is hiring everywhere. And everybody's talking about ain't no jobs around. You got to start somewhere before you can get to somewhere else. At least put in a work at a $10 job before you get to a $15 job. Or if you get to start with a $20 job, start with that $20 job and still teach somebody else to say, hey, I learned this. Can I help you learn it? And then maybe I can help get you hired in. That's what is called reaching back for somebody. Like your hard times and the struggles that you went through is not the ones that I had to go through, but I can really relate. And so, you are at a place now where you're going to reach who you need to reach. I'm going to reach who I need to reach. And we all going to reach who we need to reach together.
Right.
That's right.
That's definitely what was needed. And I think one of the issues, one of the main issues that attack us is, like I always say, Rodney, you heard me say this plenty of time. It's the men that fail. The men is failing.
Yeah.
Like you was explaining about how the men would teach grandfathers would teach the kids and so forth
That's
and so
change
forth.
order.
You don't have
hammer
that.
and
I'm
nail.
gonna be real. I didn't know how to change a tire. I didn't know how to change oil. I did a lot of time in prison too. Yeah, I learned that in there. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't even before going there, I didn't have that because I didn't have a male figure growing up. You know what I mean? I didn't have a male figure, but the dudes I knew was just dudes in the neighborhood. And they had the same issue. You know what I'm saying? And so when we knew the dude was destructive. You know what I mean? And it just and now it's a continued cycle because nobody is changing nobody is changing that. Yeah. So it just become a constant thing. And when you do that, then you see what how the city is. That's why the city in conditions is right now, because people just don't have the tools and what's needed to do anything different. I be telling my homeboys, like, man, listen, and especially ones with kids, you can tell especially if you got a son, you can tell them whatever you want to tell them. They're gonna do what they see though.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So you gotta be careful. Show what you
watching.
see. Yeah, they're gonna do what you see. Right. And so we have to be, as parents, we have to be more mindful of what we doing around our kids, especially in these times and in these days. Yeah, especially in these days, especially now with the new laws where they, every law now, every year they pushing more and more to remove the parental coverage over the children because they want the children, you know what I mean? Because of the power in the children. So you have to be real careful, man. Y'all got to really be watchful of these things. And I'm hoping that hit, especially here in the city of Flint, man, because I see how these kids is, man. It's rough.
It's disheartening.
It is. It's very disheartening.
It's
very disheartening.
If you get a group and reach out to them, they can have a lot of crazy stuff in their household going on, but if it's that one person that just be like they can lean to, I had a children's church. I was at Joy Tabernacle Church with Pastor Catherine, and I had a children's church for 4 years. And I took all kids. If you wear a diaper when you listen, I'm taking you. Right. And I taught them kids the books of the Bible. They learned how to rap. Some of them kids wanted to read. It was to the point where they didn't want to read, and then they all raised their hand to read. I would bring them just home cooked meal on Sundays. We ain't eating pizza. I'm about to make some macaroni cheese and greens and cornbread. They probably had that in
back in the day. The free lunch program was created. That's why back in the day when the Black Panther Party was providing food and services in the mornings for the kids. Because how your brain gonna function if you come to school hungry? Things like that. So they started providing the breakfast. They started providing the free lunches so the children can get proper nutrients for the day. Then around here we had Sodexo Magic that had took over the food service system for the schools. So I haven't been involved in a long time to see, but we had at least healthier food coming in,
they got
different types of foods coming in and things like that. So if even an adult, I need the proper food for my brain and my body to function the way it's supposed to anyway. So if I don't put something in or the right things in, I ain't gonna get the right things.
And that's how you grade them. How you know that kid ain't sleep on the floor last night?
That's right.
I used to go from abandoned house and go and take a wash down at the Broom Center. And people didn't even know that. So for you to have to walk to school, take a wash, go to Family Dollar, steal some personal items, then go take a shower or wash down in a bathroom, and then got to go to your teacher and they treat you like you not welcome. Versus you go to a teacher and they say, "Hey, how your day doing?" and do this with love. You don't know how much that would affect a kid that that day for them. You have people don't be knowing where a kid or where a parent is going through.
We don't. I don't think we even have those type of teachers no more. We might have some. There might be. I think it's few and in between. Like and I think it started dropping off when I was young. I could relate to the homeless thing. We was homeless for a year when I was 9 years old. Yeah, we was there. You know what I'm saying? My mom and 6 of us. So we was there in house to house. I remember being at Carriagetown Ministries, and I know I'm not going to give them a shout out because they kicked us out. You know what I'm saying? Because True told they kicked us out. They kicked us out of Carriagetown Ministry. Yeah, and that's crazy. No, we home. You know what I mean? They want us in there.
What?
They want to send it. It might be maybe because we was bad.
Better say why? Can we get a why? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Can we get a why? He the one that got him kicked out. Now he don't want to talk about it. He did it.
It was bad. But they knew, like, come on, man. We was kids, though. You know, we was kids.
While we on this subject, though.
The teacher.
While we on this subject, people, you know, there are some resources, and when they're available for people to help you with your rent and all those type of things. And right now, currently, I just talked to a guy the other day named Bill down at G-Card. Last year, they were behind all the way like to June. You know what I'm saying? All those cases are done and processed now. So if you jump in there now, you're at the beginning of the cycle. And if you're behind on your rent or utility bills, they're paying them up a couple months in advance. And right now is the time to go down there and talk to them because you're not on this 6 month wait. I mean, this 45-day waiting list.
Yeah.
You know
I remember I dealt with somebody
at
G-Card before for a young lady that had that was in a financial situation. I didn't know about G-Card. I didn't know about G-Card. Wayne Metro as well. It's Wayne Metro.
It's like
Metro.
Is it
out of Detroit?
Yeah, they said
what they do. They help people here in the city.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Well, shout out to
me
Detroit
today.
You were talking about those old school teachers, and I just ran into a sister. Her name is Kathy Davis, and I just plugged her in on here. I want to bring her up because she is still one of those old school teachers that's still teaching. She could possibly, I'm not sure. I know her from ministry and from the temple, and just came across her. But she was somebody I just had a chance to talk to about. She said why she's still working.
Her and her daughter.
Her she probably should have been gone by now, but her passion and love for those kids still got her rooted and planted right there. So yeah, we're not wanting teachers to teach just to get a paycheck. It's gonna be some of those, but we want teachers that are passionate about our kids, whether they live here, don't live here, those type of things. And then I don't know, I haven't been like in touch with everything with the school system where they used to have Bridges to Success. They used to have different after school funded programs through the CRIM Foundation and those organizations. I think they're still in existence. I know moving forward, one of the things that I want to hopefully get accomplished with the Detroit Lions is to have them help the team, help the school system here for the children who can't pay for their uniforms, have them sponsor uniforms for our kids. So you were talking about how children they can't play in sports because they can't pay for the uniform, or they can't pay for this or can't pay for that. You know, we didn't have when you have to worry about that and you just want to have fun and play and do what you love, but you can't because of financial deficits, then there are different organizations out there that will step up, that will help.
It is two. One of them is my brother, Ruben Patton from the Wolf Pack. He has his own football team.
Where is that at?
He has his own. He is here in Flint. He has his own football team. I think this is his 3rd year. His uniforms don't cost. Organizations are actually helping. I know you don't like Walmart, but Walmart did help them.
Community investment. Give it back.
It's his own football team. That he is his own organization, and he's also just became a coach at New Standards. Dante Lies. Dante Lies.
He was first born.
Didi. Shout out to him. He do have his own organization as well. He's been doing it for a while as well. Football, basketball team. So it is small. It is some couple of organizations that is out here for the youth. We just have to. They have to come on and reach out.
Organizations like Home Depot, Kohl's, I know those two. They have money set aside already in their organizations to help the community. But if we don't request the money, how can we get the money?
Right.
So that's the thing. They say we have not because we ask not. Sometimes we asking in the wrong places, and sometimes we just not asking at all. Any major corporation in this day and age in society, they have either a multicultural, some type of diversity program, or some type of outreach or community development inside of their structure, because those entities can get write-offs for doing these types of services for the communities. So why wouldn't you want to invest in and plan into where the people come and buy from you? Why wouldn't you want to go ahead and connect with you and I and others? But it's got to be somebody that's willing to take the charge and go get it.
Be serious.
And and be straight and work with it. you know, sometimes we've been used to fighting for so much that people think we're still fighting. We're not still fighting. We are approaching and asking with responsibility to say, this is what we need. Are you able to provide it for us? And if you provide it for us, we'll do what it takes to make sure that what we said we were going to do is going to happen. Sometimes in the past, when they were giving out the school buildings for $1, I know somebody who had a building for $1 and they messed that program up so bad, I think they cut it out. But why? Because the person who was entrusted with it did not handle it with accountability and responsibility. So that it might still be going on, but the whole program kind of got thrown to the wayside. But that was supposed to be a redevelopment program for the brownstone areas, for all these old school buildings and all these places that could still be utilized, instead of having these companies and organizations and people from out of state come buy up a property and the land and don't care nothing about it. All they want to see is that bottom dollar.
But you also had people that was, I know a few people that was putting in their bids for them $1 at the time at the $1 schools. There was a lot of blockage on that too, because you had people that was looking out for certain people that wanted to make sure only certain people, just so because they knew it was going to be a kickback in some way. So the right people wasn't put. A lot of times the right people just wasn't put in those in them positions. See, my thing is, now I'm all for any business and companies that'll give back to the community. They supposed to, because the community is what's keeping y'all alive. We should be at the ask. It should be they should be posting up stuff like this month we doing this month we doing that. Yeah, because you know, without the community support, you would go down anyway. You know what I mean? But one of my things be I tried many times to reach out to a lot of the community pillars just in the community itself. And one of my things is, you know, one of the places that get a lot of our money is the church house. And so I reached out to a lot of the pastors to help, and a lot of the churches start helping with issues in the community. Did I get callbacks? Did I get any help from no. But
you keep knocking though. You keep seeking and you keep asking. Not so much where you have already.
Yeah, I go. I still seek. Now I go in different avenues. Shout out to Spirit of Victory for what they do in the community, Pastor Lakes, and for what they do in the community. I'm gonna always give credit where the credit is due. You know, and so it's. I'm just truly in belief that if we in the community, we decide to keep everything in the community, we'll be all right. There you go. We will be all right. And the fact is, we just pull. A lot of us just looking to pull out of the community. We're not giving back to the community. And that's the sad part. And that's what got us happening, you know, while we feel we gotta go ask, go downtown and ask, can we get some money? Like, I don't even feel right asking them folks downtown, can we get a few dollars? Can you send some dollars?
But you sound like a pauper and a beggar and I can't even undesirable.
That's what we
are not undesirables in this land.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like ask. That's why I'm at. That's why I feel like we should be asked.
Did you
ask with a plan?
When time get hard, I'm going out there to get it. I'm knocking on the doors. I'm asking questions. All that. I had to chase this man just to get up in here. I came up here about 3 or 4 times because I'm hungry. I want my stuff out there. I want to get it. And the door's gonna close.
Well, now I'm not talking about. I'm like. So look,
hell, I need it. Hell,
I'm not. No.
I understand you too.
You came in the community. You in the community.
Oh, okay.
You in this community. You supposed to be able to come into the community with your people and lean on your people. That's what I mean.
This is the question I got for you. How's the blind gonna lead the blind? How's the broke gonna lead the broke?
We not the broke.
We're not the broke. I just said you talk about give me a little something. Don't ask for no little. Ask for a lot. And within those buildings and things, sometimes people have their picks and choices and chooses of who they want to show favor to and don't. And one day of favor is greater than any day of labor. That's what I've learned. So, you know, that ain't my quote. It's Pastor Mike Murdoch. So working towards what we want, we don't want to have to fight for it. That's what I'm saying. We don't necessarily have to work for it. We'll do the work behind it to make sure that it is successful. But in our approach, we are asking and not begging. We're making our requests made known, and even demanding that our levels are here now. We are here now. And so we're looking you square in the eye, and we're shaking your hand and looking for that commitment in that handshake. Not just, I'm just saying this to make you feel better. Y'all listen to you. Come down to a council meeting or something. Make your, just speak in the concern, common concerns and all that. Okay, we can do that every single week. Every single week. Do we get answers back from them questions? No. Do we get anything back other than thank you for coming, and we're glad that you voiced your opinion.
So glad you voiced
So, and we do still have to do that, but we have to do it and then still request behind that the answers that we ask. Who's going to be responsible for getting us the answers to those questions? So, as I said, I used to go to a lot of city council meetings. I used to go to a lot of school board meetings. I used to be up there, and I will as time progressed. But the reason why I stopped,
that's what this one is.
I'll tell you the reason why I stopped at the time. The reason why I stopped.
Yeah, I mean, because the ARPA funds belong to the city. It belongs to the city.
Do you know how to apply for the ARPA fund?
I can't. I'm not a resident.
Community Metro, I think I was told, if I'm not saying it wrong, Community Metro Development, isn't that an organization here? Well, there are going to be applications for the people to apply for it, the residents, the people to arrive. Mm-hmm.
How much money?
I didn't.
That's the question.
Hold on, time. I haven't been heavily involved. I'm not even knowledgeable about it.
Right.
Someone in the community told me that, I believe that's what they said, to if an individual wanted to apply, go through, I think, Metro Community Development. I think that's what it's called. Right. I want to misquote. I'll get back to you if I can't get the right answer once I know the answer, because I like to check things out for myself.
Yeah.
That's a way for the people who live here to apply. I mean, just when the water crisis was going on and all these big contracts and all this stuff was being offered, I used to read them trucks that said US, this, that, and the numbers. And I used to stop and ask the people, where are you from? They from Ohio, they're from here and there, and all, so all of that all comes into play. Local. So when you say keep your money here, why we had to hire people from Ohio to come do a Michigan job when we got Michigan resources and Michigan
because
money?
they didn't care. That's what I'm saying. They don't care about the community. So
well, it's not that they don't care. It's who's gonna come to the table that's qualified first,
that's qualified in the city,
and then we got to let them know. We want our monies to stay in our area. We can have a few people that come from outside, but if there's a big contract to be done, why wouldn't it be a local company? Not just your buddy. It's a local company.
That's what we would. That's
I
ideal.
Can't get the people who just graduated from construction.
That's
ideal.
Yeah, but that's ideal, right? That's ideal. That's what we would like. That's ideal. But what y'all see what's happening? I went to the last council meeting I went to was when they first really started talking about the ARPA funds. What's happening is they are not giving it to those people that you talking about. That's not the people they looking for.
Well,
so why you think you get all these work that get done in the city of Flint, and you ride around, you don't see nobody from the city of Flint doing the job. Why? Because it's all about kickback. And so when we go, all I'm saying is when I say we gotta keep the money in the city.
That's why
when I say that
that's what's so important that we go down there.
Say it louder.
That's why we need to be in those meetings so we know what's going on, and we need to go down there and build our numbers up.
Because it's appalling to go do
before the window closed.
It's appalling to go to a city council about the money in the city of Flint, and there's less than 10 people.
Yeah.
That would have me like, I'm not even a resident. I'm down.
That's what I was saying earlier. It's not like a lot of support.
Y'all don't care.
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all know this money. Y'all ain't even fighting for the money. Y'all ain't gonna fight for the money. But you got the few council members that do. But you got a bunch of council members that
start calling your local city council person. Ring their phone. Ring it. Get a lot of people to start talking to your city council person.
The council person might answer the phone. According to where he is.
Some may not. But guess what? They have a receptionist that will answer for the city council office. You can leave a message there. Keep knocking, seeking, and asking. eventually, if you have a council person that you can't reach and you can't never get in touch with them, they never helping you with your situation, you don't need that council person.
That's about that video of the council.
Well, and I'll say this,
that's like that.
We gotta stop sometime depending on government to make it happen for us. And so when the young lady was saying, Abel, why not use the people coming out the construction class? Well, once they get out the construction class, they need to go take the 18-hour construction licensing class so they can become a licensed builder. That's beyond your education. That's one that you've invested in yourself, and then you get the certification you need behind what you learned, approved, licensing from the state. So you got to take the next steps to be prepared, because those people coming out of college is probably not ready to start a business right away. But at least if you have a skilled labor force, which is what the problem is, say, with the automotive industry and different things right now. You have a skilled labor force, and you have other different forces of employment. So we got to fill up all the coffers. We got to have the accountants, the electricians, the lawyers, the doctors, the beauticians, the stylists, that'll be funny. I can say that. I'm keep that one to myself. Well, I can say that. The weed man. And that's why I say that, because now cannabis is legal.
They just open the shop
but,
up the street.
Legalities. That's why it's set up to... It's set up. There are things that's set up to help keep you protected. There's a structure to things. Sometimes we don't follow structure. So we get lost haphazardly. I'm talking about me. Structure. If I don't stay to a structure, I haphazardly go to the left, to the right, and the middle, and the side, and then I don't get nothing really accomplished like I want to. So with me doing this thing with Huntington Bank, I've been real passionate about our area for a long time, but this is something that I know I'm going to stick with and stay focused on. And I'm not going to just do it by myself. I'm going to be moving forward, asking for these 36 people that entrusted me. I'm going to contact them. I'm going, after this first meeting, get some ideas and things from them too. I'm going to set up a poll and get some input from the community, because there's a lot of churches and nonprofit organizations and things in the area that use Huntington Bank who didn't even know and who are dissatisfied. But I want to bring those entities to the table on the business side to say, hey, this is what we're looking for. This is what we need. So I'm thankful to be here today. To meet Abel.
I will be rapping too. I don't know if I put that on the floor. I got a gospel song that I'm going to be rapping, performing on January the 28th too. So I don't know if I put that out there.
No, you
all
did.
My young kids that want to see me do that kick that y'all been promoting, I'm going to do the kick. So stay tuned.
Can we get a location for that?
Spotlight.
I'm gonna be at the Spotlight.
AB Spotlight Night. Genesee, Greater Arch Flint Council.
Right downtown.
So
support.
Come out, support. Y'all will see. Y'all see the flyers. Dwan Robinson running the heads of that. Y'all see the flyers for that coming soon. So come out and support. I thank my guests for being on today.
Absolutely.
Wonderful entrepreneur and activist.
Entrepreneur. That was just
I
got many hats. That's just box me in. I don't want to be boxed in.
Any last words, Abel?
I'm just thankful. I'm humble and thankful for everybody who supported me. I want to thank Dewan. I mean, he's just amazing. I thank you. You probably don't remember me, but you helped me get the nervousness down. And I'm ready, y'all. I'm ready to like last time. I'm ready to get these conditioners out. I'm ready to show y'all what I got going on. Just can't wait to see y'all on the 28th.
Any last words?
Yeah.
Peace, love, and light.
Peace
first. When you seek peace, you'll have yourself in a place of a greater consciousness. You can center yourself, get in tune with your spiritual harmonies when you find peace. Love is the conqueror of all things in this world. You can overcome anything with love. And I'm not talking about sex. I'm talking about pure love. Not talking about the romance stuff. Pure love for mankind and humankind. Agape and light. When you're in peace and you have that love, you'll be able to be the light that can illuminate the world. So usually on my Facebook posts, I put peace, love, and light, and I just wanted to say that.
Like, shout out to Facebook and Instagram.
Oh.
You got any of that? Or you
Dion M. Freeman on Facebook. That's my legal legitimate name. D Butterfly on Instagram. D-I, excuse me, Butterfli on Instagram. Look forward to seeing y'all out there. Looking forward to people stepping up for ourselves. We got to step up for ourselves. Government is there to assist, but government is not there to take care of. So let's use the government for what it's used for, and let's do our part that we're responsible for.
Message.
Right.
Or you want to?
I just want to say shout out to my kid's father, Don Jarrell. Rest in peace. I always love you. I'm gonna hold this down for you. You know, you can find me on Facebook, Abel Patton. Care for your hair. I have the Scantron. It's gonna be on my bottles as well. So
yeah, come out support. My news. This will be my last Fli-City Blackout podcast for a while. And y'all know, okay, on the 17th, my wife will be having our baby on the 17th. And so I gotta take care of her, I gotta take care of her and her recovery. So happened, it just had the little boy, back in what was that, 20, back in 2021. Back in 21. So it was just like then where I had to take a little hiatus to take care of everything at home. And so that's so if y'all don't see me in the mix, y'all know why, what's going on. I gotta take it. It'll probably be It'll probably be a month. Probably a month too. I might be able to sneak in here and there once the wife start recovering, because she got to go through the C-section. So once she get the full recovery, I'll be able to sneak in, here and there and move around.
Before we go, can I make one more announcement? I know Brother Jalil mentioned it in the comments. The Office of the Second Ward presents Operation Fire Safety. It's January 14th and 16th, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Northside Mini Station on Martin Luther King. What they're going to be doing is Second Ward Councilman Liddell Lewis has worked with the fire department and the Red Cross, the Nation Outside, and they're going to be giving out and teaching how to install the fire detectors. So I'm sorry, smoke detectors. They're going to be teaching us, and I think they're the ones with the 10-year lithium battery, so you don't have to worry about the battery for 10 years. Especially, we've been having so many fires around here, and I almost had one in my kitchen last Sunday. It's important for us to have smoke detectors in our house.
Carbon monoxide too.
And also they may do that as well, carbon monoxide monitors, but I know specifically they are doing the smoke detectors. So anybody in the Second Ward that needs a smoke detector, please contact 810-407-2877 or 810-893-6641. I'll try to put it in the comments to try to connect the fire. Brother Jalil did mention that.
Lewis. Also, I'm trying to go back. I get all the information. Brother Jalil got the is that the disaster preparedness disaster January 15th, January 16th. Hurley board meeting Wednesday, January 25th at 5 p.m. And the reason the Hurley board meeting is important, I still get calls, Brother Jalil, and Brother Jalil and I also, we still get calls about people that the issues they're having with Hurley. I just had a young lady call me the other day. She was there for 18 hours at Hurley to be seen, and they was very rude to her, you know what I mean? And so we still having those issues, and we Hurley response, to that sometimes is, well, we understaffed, but you got a job to do at the same time. You want to been understaffed, and these people coming in hurt, these people coming in, with trauma, they're not thinking clear already. You should know that, so you should deal with them differently. So that's one of the reasons the Hurley board. For the Hurley board means also a situation with John Flint being assaulted by by police because of Hurley's staff and the way they did handle him. That's another reason we're dealing with Hurley at these board meetings. And with the young sister, young Queen Kiera Powell, that died on the floor in the Hurley waiting room. One of the nurses treated her like an animal and kicked her to see if she was alive. That's another reason why we're dealing with the Hurley board meeting. And that's why I've been at the Hurley board meetings. And meetings is important. I haven't been able to make it because of the scheduling now at the shop out of Hazel Park where I'm at now. And I used to be there all the time, but I watched on the live. I'm hoping more people support that. Town hall meeting Thursday, January 26th at 6 p.m. That's at Mount Moriah Church, where we've been holding it out for a while. It started at Pastor Powell's church. Was when Pastor Powell was the first pastor that started. Me, him, and Jaleel was right in that situation when the John Fleming situation first came out. So shout out to that. Town hall meeting, Mount Moriah, January 26th. Look for the flyer. We need more people to be there. The Expungement Fair Monday, January 16th from 12:30 p.m. to 5 p.m. at Burston Fieldhouse. If you got felonies and you in the time where you can get them expunged, anything on your record you get them expunged, believe me, if I was in that position to be able to get them expunged, I would. So go down there. There's no excuse if you in that time frame.
Non-violent crimes. I think you have up to misdemeanors and all of that. It used to be you can get them expunged in 5 years because of the safe and just is shortened to 3 years. So a lot of people didn't know.
No, a lot of people didn't know. I didn't know that. I thought it was still 5 years.
No, certain ones you can get it done in 3 years. So
they say
they give you a lot of good information.
They say they do a felony. You can get one felony. I think it's still every 7 years on the felony. I believe.
I'm not sure.
How many get in contact with y'all now? Only one.
It don't be more than one now, though.
You can change it. Well, we give with Janelle. Anybody know Janelle Allen Bay? You give with Janelle Allen Bay. He ain't got no problem giving you all that information. And well, shout out to Janelle.
Let's start putting responsibility on people themselves. Safe and just. Look up safe and just through the internet. It'll tell you everything.
Yeah, but know what I'm saying, Janelle. You call him, that's responsible. Janelle, listen, Janelle will stop what he's doing. And I say shout out to Janelle because if you got somebody in the county that you can't get in contact with, you don't know what's going on, man, get in contact with Janelle. So I'm thankful. I'm thankful for that. Hey, Janelle, okay. Ordination outside. Janelle, okay with that? We work together all the time. Me, him, Jaleel, Pastor Powell, and Dwan on anything
and
going
Percy
on
Glover
in the community. You know what I'm saying? And so, if you got federal charges,
I like to start making people be responsible for looking up their own information. I'm trying to get to where I'm not burdening other people with information I can find out for myself. Well, and I'm saying don't contact John.
We ain't none of us. We don't be burdened because I like I say, my phone blow up constantly with people in this community in some type of need. There it is, and we're gonna do whatever we can to meet it. We don't feel it as a burden.
I'm saying teach people to educate themselves about the safe and just when they can read for themselves and answer their own questions after you looked it up and read it. Then call and ask the question.
Most likely you gonna remember it versus somebody telling you.
And I like.
Rough on me. There you go. So
but that mean I love you.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I need it. That's what's up. So there it is. So peace and blessings to the city, man. Remember, like I always tell you, man, before you go to bed, thank God for allowing him to take you through this day. If you wake up to see tomorrow, Lord willing, the Bible says his mercies are new every morning. So Lord willing, if you see tomorrow, the first thing you better do, thank God for allowing you to see another day. Because I love what my brother told me today. It's better to be seen than viewed. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to the city, man.
Pray for your kids.
Pray for that's so important. You better be praying for your kids.
Leaders, everybody. We all need prayer.
For that, man, with that in mind, man, y'all know Thursday, 6 o'clock, you know what I'm saying? We the new 106 apart. You know what I'm saying? Till we talk to y'all again, man, there it is. Fli-City Blackout, man.
Fli-City Blackout, baby.
Good show, y'all.
Good show.
Good show. Like you,
So I'm clap because this is my first little time.
Y'all did amazing too. That was really good.
Hey, I like partnering with you, girl.
We on it. I got all
gotta-
kinds of
They should say in broadcast.
And when you tap